Ladies and gentlemen, now in today's video, we're going to be breaking down how to level up fast in Marvel Future Revolution. So I've leveled up like nearly every character to at least level 70 for the most part already, and the game hasn't been out 2 weeks. So we got world first level 100 on Doctor Strange, and I wanted to share the strategy that I've been using to level up characters very, very quickly. So we're going to go into the game to illustrate this point and also like show you guys some stuff in regards to the experience that you get for doing various things. And the basic strategy is actually like really simple at its core. Like for the first 3 worlds in the games, this is New Stark City, Hydra Empire, and Xanderth, you only want to focus on the purple quest. So the purple quest is your story quest, but you're also going to see these green and yellow quests pop up. However, until you get to Asgard and Sakaar, these quests are really, really rubbish for the most part. There are a couple of them that are alright, but a lot of them just have terrible experience that does not matter at all in the bigger picture of stuff, and also like very irrelevant rewards for the most part. So a lot of them just kind of serve to like slow you down and waste your time, and you can waste a lot of time doing like additional kill objectives and also side missions on the earlier green quest. And just to show you what I mean and like why it's like so important, if you want to level up quickly, again, you can do the green quest early game if you want, but if you're looking for a quick level, man, it's really not a good idea. So if we have a look at New Stark City, for example, you have like your epic missions, which are the purple ones, and also the side missions, which are the green ones. So if we go to somewhere like the later purple quest ones, you can see the experience reward is about 40,000 there. You know, it goes up to near 40k for some of the final few. But if you're doing the side missions, again, they start off like 40 experience, like 70, 60. Like this XP doesn't matter at all. A couple of hundred there. And even when you go to the later ones, they're like 2,000, I think 3,000, 4,000. Some of these like 6,000. I think this one is actually the highest here. But in comparison to the story XP, it's like pretty much nothing. And there are certain like side missions, when it comes to the later part of the game, they give you like 500,000 to 700,000 experience. So yeah, in the first 3 worlds, man, the green XP just sucks. Even on Xandar, like, it really isn't that great for the most part. Again, you can see some of these, man, are like barely 3,000 XP, and at this point, the epic missions, even the lowest one is giving you about like 80,000 experience. So a lot of these, man, are just like a massive, massive waste of time. I think there's like one of these a little bit lower, that does give you like 50,000. But yeah, once you get to like friggin' Asgard, like the green experience halfway through just becomes absolutely insane. That just gives you enough experience along with the purple quest as well to allow you to ignore all of the green and yellow missions in the first 3 worlds. So yeah, that's a very important thing. If you want to level up fast, again, if you're playing through for the first time, you might want to do all of the quests. It's completely up to you. But if you're looking to speed level, my strategy is ignore everything aside from the purple ones until you get to Asgard and level 54. So when you get to Asgard and Sakaar, some of the experience on the side missions, man, just starts becoming so crazy that like you have to do it. It's when once you get past like the troll boss, like stuff becomes like really, really crazy. Even like down here, man, it's like 300,000 on average. But you can see in comparison to Xandar, which probably had average about like 10,000 to 20,000, the average on Asgard is probably about 300,000 XP when it comes to the green ones. So yeah, it's very important once you get to Asgard, you do every single mission available. If you do all the purple, yellow, and green on Asgard and Sakaar, then you're going to have enough experience to get that level 100, even without doing the very final story mission there. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. So green quests, again, are usually done alongside by the story, but a fair amount require additional mob killing. So in the earlier game, you know, this takes you off track a fair bit, but make sure you pick up all the green quests you can in an area before doing the purple quest. Because very often, you'll like get to an area, the purple quest will be to your left, but like the other side of the mobs will be like a green quest, which is like killing those mobs that you just killed in the story. So there's a lot of that, and the first time you go through the story, man, you're going to find yourself probably doubling up a fair bit on some of the the mob packs in the open world, and also yellow quests are quests that are usually done very quickly and pop up based on a location you enter or stumble across. The yellow quests, like generally speaking, like are very easy, very quick. It's like deliver this item or like click this thing, you know, they're really, really easy and straightforward. And even earlier game, if you want to, you can do the yellow quest, but yellow quest XP generally sucks. It's really, really bad, but they have like a little bit of a reward as well, like a cosmetic, which you can infuse with other ones as well. So it's kind of up to you, but especially when it comes to Asgard and Sakaar, again, you want all of the XP you can. But also, once you get to Asgard and Sakaar, you're going to notice that the open world experience is a lot more difficult. The mobs, like, they have higher health, they hit harder, so it's really suggested, especially if it's your first character that you're leveling, to group up with somebody. Anybody that's in the local area, ideally you want to group up, team up with, because this game, like, mob XP doesn't matter. The big XP that's going to propel you forward is the purple quest experience. So basically, the more people you're working with in the open world, the better it's going to be, the easier it's going to be, but also in the story, there are going to be challenging bosses as well, especially across Asgard and Sakaar, and a lot of these bosses really are going to test your ability to like study their mechanics, find opportunities where they are vulnerable. I think probably the hardest bosses for a lot of people are the final one on Asgard, the King of the Frost Giants, and also Sakaar as well. You've got like this Ares Maestro Gauntlet, so yeah, check out videos on YouTube before doing like the final Ares Maestro boss, man, because yeah, that one is really, really rough. You got to fight like a super stacked Ares and then like a double wave Maestro. It is a really, really intense fight there. But yeah, if you get wrecked by some of the bosses, man, just don't feel bad at all, because a lot of these fights are really difficult until you really pay attention to the animations and understand how to deal with your opponent. So just like, you know, something to prepare for is you are going to die when it comes to the later bosses, unless you're very prepared when it does come to YouTube. And when it comes to mob experience as well, again, one thing you can do in this game in the open world is set on like auto farming, but I left it overnight when leveling up Doctor Strange initially, and it consumed like just over 100,000 gold worth of health potions and got me like 6% of a level, around like what was it, level 70 or so. Really was not worth it at all. So at least in my opinion, it's not really worth farming overnight unless you've got a lot of gold to burn, which you don't really have unless you're massive whaling. So yeah, it's not really needed, at least in my opinion, to like auto farm mobs for the most part. And also you are going to reach points in the story where you need a certain amount of squad level in order to bypass that, and it's actually really easy. Like once you get stuck into the game and you understand like the systems and mechanics and like all the rewards and everything that's going on, to get and farm squad experience. But for newer players, kind of the best thing to do is like just speed level alternate characters through the early quest. Again, if you just like ignore all of like the green quest, the yellow quest, you'll be very surprised at how quick you can get through like the early zones. Like I can take a character from like level 1 to level 50 in like 3 hours now, 3-4 hours. It's really quick and easy to do. Once you kind of like know all the boss fights, you know the mechanics, and leveling up alternate characters, killing bosses for challenges gives you a huge amount of squad experience. So every time you kill a boss in the story for the second or third time, you get massive squad XP there. You also get additional books via the story quest as well, and also there is a hero level up event that gives you not only tons of squad experience for every character that you level up, because it's not set on your account, but it also gives you titles as well, which enhance your account stats even further. So it just makes it even easier to level up alternate characters, and also like powers up your main character as well. So, you know, just something to keep in mind there as well. But again, once you have leveled up a character, it becomes much quicker and easier to speed level, because you've got your squad level up, and increasing your squad level and ranking up the stats on it gives you more health, more defense, and more attack, more importantly. And once you get like 100, 200 additional attack and slap that on like a brand new like level 5 character you're trying to get up, man, it's crazy like how hard you hit on those characters. It's very, very fun. And also titles, again, for every 10 levels on a character gives your account more stats. And also one really cool thing for like leveling up alternate characters, because you might like you know, level up your first character and you get through the first like 3 blitzes as well, because blitzes are something ideally you do want to be doing on the side as well, having a little bit of fun. They're quite quick, they're quite easy, give you battle chips to get additional stats and also squad experience. But the chips that you get, let's say in like the Kingpin or Ultron one or MODOK one, you might find around like level 60, 70, are pretty relevant for kind of your power level, but might be really good on a character that you're about to level up. So what you can do is you can put those chips in your account storage, and if you like chuck it over there, then you can log on to a different character and claim those items. So items, most of them aren't bound by a character, and you can like trade them between characters. And this is really good once you've got a character at level 100, because it becomes like very easy then to just like farm all of the blitzes. You know, my level 100 Doctor Strange just wipes everything kind of like 80 and below in seconds, man. It really is quite phenomenal. But that allows me to easily get chips to kind of pass off to my alternate characters, so when they get to certain levels, again, they get a massive stat increase. And it just like, as you get through more and more characters that you've leveled up, if that is your goal to level up multiple characters, it just means the later levels become much easier to deal with. So yeah, just something to like keep in mind there as well. But yeah, I think this game like has quite a nice additional system with like the squad XP. And again, once you've got through a fight or a challenge on one character, or you've got to like a certain milestone or level, again, it just becomes easier to do on the next character that you bring there. So yeah, I think it's like a really nice system. But overall, it's pretty easy and pretty like quick once you're very focused and understand what to do when it comes to leveling up fast in Marvel Future Revolution. It's just like first 3 worlds, so to your level 54, only focus on the purple stuff, and then and Asgard and Sakaar, make sure you do absolutely everything. And if you do all that stuff, you're going to have the quickest possible run on level 100. But remember, when this game does come out, if you are new and you're free to play and don't want to buy some of the squad XP bundles, you are going to have to get to certain points where you need to level up your squad, and you need to focus on additional modes of gameplay or speed leveling alternate characters. But yeah, hopefully this guide gives you a bit of direction in terms of like how to advance as quickly as possible, and serves as a solid foundation for your progression. But yeah, pretty easy, pretty simple. Hopefully you understand. And if you do, please do smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. But aside from that, thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day.